Good evening. This is Pamela, and you're listening to Watchman on the Pod. All right, I want to read another small, this is a short article from Shaun Willcocks, and this one is entitled Pope Potty Mouth. It was written February 16th, 2023. All right, he is believed to be the vicar of Christ by over a billion people in the world. He supposedly takes the place of Christ on the earth. He is called the Holy Father by these same multiplied millions of followers. He dresses in white to symbolically emphasize his supposed purity and holiness. The present incumbent of the office of Pope of Rome is a potty mouth pope. He is Francis Foulmouth. It turns out that when some Spanish seminarian students in a Roman Catholic seminary training for the priesthood had an audience with Francis in the Vatican on December 10th, 2022, His Holiness reportedly used various explicitives as he spoke off the cuff to them. I had to put you on hold. I'm so sorry, guys. Now I'm trying to get back in the sync of it. Let's see. They said that he ranted against blank careerists who blank up the lives of others and those who climb to show their blank. According to a Roman Catholic website which reported this, they were shocked at his use of such language. A fairly extensive account of the crude language used by Francis was compiled. According to one news source, he used, quote, language that would embarrass even a sailor, unquote. But as it turns out, this was not the first time Pope Pottymouth had sunk to using such crude language. Apparently, it is quite common for him to do this. People living in close proximity to Francis in Costa Santa Marta in the Vatican said that they have witnessed his outbursts of profanity when he lost his temper. And author Henry Sire, in his book The Dictator Pope, The Inside Story of the Francis Papacy, gave several instances of Francis the Foul-Mouthed giving vent to, quote, sailor language, unquote. So serious a problem was the toilet tongue of Francis that in 1991, the Jesuit general at the time, Peter Hans Kalvenbach, wrote a damning report on George Mario Bergoglio, the future Francis, in which he accused Bergoglio of, quote, a series of defects ranging from habitual use of vulgar languages to deviousness, unquote. Now, I want you to think about this, dear reader. When the Jesuit general, the Black Pope, who controls the Jesuit order, the most devious of all Roman Catholic orders, says that the deviousness of one of his Jesuits is a bad thing, we can only imagine just how devious Bergoglio actually was. His deviousness was even too much for his ultra devious boss. And his language was so colorful that it even shocked the sensitivity of his fellow Jesuits, men accustomed to hearing foul language all the time as they rubbed shoulders with politicians, businessmen, bankers, media types, and so many others, and who don't flinch at murder itself. When the Jesuits want to block their ears when Francis speaks, well, he must have a tongue on him that can peel wallpaper off a wall. Sire wrote, when the publicity cameras are on him, Pope Francis turns into a different figure. Arrogant, dismissive of people, prodigal, with bad language, and notorious for furious outbursts of temper, which are known to everyone from the cardinals to the chauffeurs, unquote. He quoted other commentators declaring that, quote, Francis's outbursts of temper, his rudeness towards subordinates, and his vulgar language had become notorious throughout the Vatican, unquote. So, instead of being famed for holiness, Francis is notorious for his short fuse, rudeness, and foul language. What a wonderful example for Roman Catholic children to look up to. The, quote, Holy Father, unquote, it turns out is really the unholy foul mouth. Quote, His holiness, unquote, is actually his filthiness. And this was written February 2023 by Shaun Willcocks, and he is a minister, author, and researcher. He runs Bible-based ministries. For other articles which may be downloaded and printed, as well as details about his books, audio messages, and pamphlets, etc., please visit the Bible-based ministries website or write to the address below. If you would like to be on Bible-based ministries, email us to receive all future articles. Please send your details. And this right here is the website, www.biblebasedministries.co.uk. All right, brothers and sisters, that I found to be interesting. Keep your eyes on Jesus, always, and your nose in the book, which is the Word of God. And let us embed the Word of God upon the tablets of our hearts, so you and I will not sin against God or be deceived.